Hey guys, Thundera here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my other videos. Today we're back with another build video, and since we're getting closer and closer to Halloween with every single day, I thought we would get a little magical today. We're gonna build a house for a witch, or if in the sense of The Sims, a spellcaster. So let's get into it. So I built this house on the Brooks Bridge Borough lot in Glimmerbrook, which is the lot that you get with the Realm of Magic pack. It ends up being 53,474 simoleons. It's got one bedroom, one bathroom, but I turned what could be a second bedroom into sort of like a witchy office type space. And there is a greenhouse, so yeah. So right now I'm just building the shell and trying to figure out all of that. I really wanted like a tower rounded piece up at the front, and then I decided to switch where that little cutout of the house was, just because I felt like it'd be better off if it was on this side instead of that side. So I'm just going to add a back porch just for some outdoor activities. And then just going to add like a very, very small front porch in. It's really just so that you can step onto it and be able to get into the house. That's really all it is for right there. And then, like I said, there is a greenhouse because for the potion making of spellcasters, I know that you need like a lot of different plants and stuff. I haven't really ever played much with spellcasters, so I don't really know exactly what you need. But yeah. So right now we're just doing the roofing, and it's just a very simple roof. I did play with the size and shape of some of these areas of the house. So yeah, I didn't like how this, and this in particular, with this gabled roof right here, I just didn't like how that was. So I decided to get rid of that bump out and just draw it a different way. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to make it not as much as I liked it. I just did not like the roofing there, so yeah. And then in the end, I also moved this other piece that I'm roofing right now over. I just really didn't like how it kind of came out further than the rest of the house. I don't know. It was a cool idea to have the entryway set back like that, but I just didn't. In the end, I just didn't like how it looked all the way. So I think it would have looked better if there had been more space between the rounded part and the entryway, but there just wasn't. So right now I am doing the greenhouse. I put on just some glass roof paint so it can shine through. And then these windows are from Growing Together. I put this on both the front and the back. And then I grab the windows from the Greenhouse Haven kit because it was made for it. So I'm just going to be putting those all along the sides and the back of it. And then on the front, I use a Greenhouse Haven door along with some more of these windows, just to make sure that it is fully open and the plants can get as much of the sunlight as possible. So that's what I was really going for there. And then I needed some sort of stone or something, but at this point I didn't really have a color scheme picked out. I was kind of leaning more towards the lighter end of things. So I go with this white stone from high school years. And I kind of put that on parts of the main house as well. I just put it on both of the, like, I want to say these were probably additions to the house. Like, they weren't there when they were first built, but now they are there, so. And then this is just me playing with this part of it because I didn't want it to like be so level at the front. I kind of did want the unevenness, I guess you could call it. I don't really know what else to call it, so yeah. And then just looking at some siding, trying to figure out what I wanted. Like I said, I didn't have a clear like vision or way that I wanted to go. I thought about making it pink, and then I put this gray on, and I really just did not like the how when I put it on the roof it'd be a line there as well. Kind of just wanted it to be smooth, so I went with this like I want to say it's like stucco or something. I just went for that, and it's just from base game. I don't know if it's stucco or if it's like brick or something. But yeah. And then I grabbed these stairs from the base game and I just put those on both the front and the back porches. And then really just I tried to use as much stuff from the Realm of Magic pack as I could. So I am using the doors that we got with the pack for both the front and the back door. And a lot of the stuff that is white right now, as far as like doors and windows and things, will change colors in just a little bit. So, and now I'm just trying to figure out the floor plan because I knew I wanted like an office type space and a bedroom. I didn't know if I wanted more than just the one bedroom. I decided not to have more than one bedroom. So, I figured you could always take the roof off and build up if you needed to. So, and then using the Realm of Magic windows. I really love these windows with the stained glass part in them, but none of them came in white. None of the stained glass versions has a white version. Like the panes are not white. So this is what prompted me to change everything to black. Like all of the doors, all of these windows on the greenhouse over here, it's all black now. So that's what prompted me to change it because I kind of wanted it to match, but I didn't. And I really wanted to use those stained glass windows because they're just so gorgeous. So that's why I changed it all. I mean, it didn't have to match, but I really like how it turned out in the end, so I'm glad that I made that decision. And so I'm just going to keep putting these windows, and I actually end up moving the windows up in the end. So yeah. And I really love these windows. I just wish that they would go on the corners a little bit better. So I just kind of played around with the different sizes that I had available. So just going to play around with it and just make my own windows, which kind of, when I go to do the curtains later, I do regret doing this a little bit. Just a little, not that much, but yeah. So I'm just putting windows wherever I think that they should go. And there's a lot of windows. Some of them, though, do not stay. Like this one right here, I actually ended up using the fireplace from this pack. And we'll get to that later as to why I did, because usually I don't use them because the only every time I've played with fireplace, it caught fire in my game. And yeah, so I just tend not to use them. I forget about them a lot of the time. But there's a reason why I wanted to use this one, so we'll get to that once I put it in. Just trying to check and make sure that I like how everything is going. I wanted this part to be just a little bit bigger because I'm trying to envision right now where the kitchen and the dining room and the living room is going to go. So that was really just that. And then I needed doors to get into the bedrooms. So I just used these doors again from Realm of Magic. I use a lot of this pack, a lot more than I probably would have normally. But yeah. And then this particular light, it just hangs so low to the ground. I had to raise it up just to make it look good in that space. So, yeah. Then just trying to put some of these lights out front by the door and then putting them by the back door as well. And then really I had to go to the other lights because I wanted some more hanging lights for the rest of the rooms, but that was like the only hanging light we have. and you can't really size it down because the like orbs that are in it or whatever don't size down with it. They kind of stay, and I didn't really like that. So I just put this light from high school years pretty much everywhere except for the bathroom. I just felt like this light was going to be the best one that I could find for all of the spaces, so that's what I went with. And then for the bathroom, I believe I just grabbed a base game light. Yeah, I just grabbed this base game light right here. It didn't need to be anything fancy, just something simple. And then I'm just trying to make sure that I did want that light to be the only light really everywhere. So, and then just trying to put in the flooring. I was trying to go with this stone. I just didn't really like it. So I put this other flooring from the pack on both the porches and everywhere except for the bathroom. I wanted some tile for the bathroom, and I was really hoping that I could find a swatch in the vampires tile just because I thought it would fit well with this house. But I just couldn't find one that I liked, so I went with this from high school years. And then it kind of started feeling a little dark to me, and I wanted to go ahead and just jump to the walls for both the kitchen and the bathroom and see what I come up with. I did use the wallpaper or the tile wallpaper, whatever you can call it, from the pack. So I'm putting that in now. It's really pretty. It's like this white and black and gold look. And then I really just did not like the floors with it. I thought it kind of needed something to lighten it up a little bit. So I went with the chevron tiles from Growing Together. And then just looking at the other wallpapers that we have with the pack, I decided to go with this one for like the rest of the main space. And I do originally paint it like all white, but I thought that that was just too much. So I do go back and give it like the black bottom trim. Just because I thought that that looked a little bit better. That's what I'm doing right now. Is just going back and changing everything to have that black bottom trim. It just looked better to me. It kind of flowed a little bit better with the kitchen as well. And then as far as the bedrooms went, I kind of really wanted to give this office space a bit of a darker vibe, but since we didn't have that much stone on the outside, I just didn't think that that would work. So I gave it this base game like ombre color. And then in the bedroom, I went with this like triangle wallpaper from Dream Home Decorator, just in the white. And then as far as the greenhouse, I kind of wanted like I want it to be under shelter, but I didn't want to get rid of the floor. So I just went with some grass flooring from Eco Lifestyle just to kind of give it that look like it was there. And I did put a subtle saucer light over there just so that you could have some light in there. And then just going to put a few of these big planters and then multiple of these smaller planters in, just so that you can definitely have enough space to plant everything that you need. And then I went back to the greenhouse kit just because I wanted to get some of this clutter in. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is just putting in like some of the spray bottles and the pots. Just getting this clutter in because I kind of figured that it would probably be in here. Getting the like watering can in here as well. Just making sure that this greenhouse looks like it was well used. And then just putting the same stone that I have on the outside on the inside. You're really not going to see it with all the windows, but I felt like it probably needed it. And then as far as a rug went for this front porch area, I went with this rug from the pack, the Realm of Magic pack, and then I changed it to be the white color just because it kind of blended in otherwise with the flooring. I just hated that it covered up that one like little detail on the floor, but there wasn't really much I could do about that part. So, moving on to the railing, I decided to go ahead and put the Realm of Magic railing on in this like white and black, of course, because the whole house is white and black. And then I got the Realm of Magic fencing as well. And then for foundation, there is no foundation from Realm of Magic, but I really like the detail of this foundation from the base game with the white, the black on the top, and then the like whitish gray on the bottom. But it also has like the Like it has a few different layers to it, or I don't know really what to call it, but I like that detailing of it. So, and then I just wanted a couple of plants for the front porch. There is actually no plants from the Realm of Magic kit. I mean, not kit, pack. But I did use these succulents from, I believe that's from Laundry Day on the front porch. I figured that that was going to look good anyway. So, now moving on to inside, I decided to start with the bathroom because I figured that that would probably be the easiest because we do have bathroom items from Realm of Magic. So I grabbed the toilet and then I was trying to figure out what shower I wanted to use and where. There's only one shower, but I needed to figure out where it was going to go. So I pulled that one and then I did grab the sink. And then I really still had enough space for either a tub or laundry. I didn't really want to do laundry because to me, for it to be a spellcaster, I don't really think that they're off doing laundry all the time. Maybe they just have a spell to do their laundry. So I went with a tub. And then I really wanted to use this mirror from Werewolves. I felt like it would just fit so perfectly, and it's got crystals on it. And honestly, to me, with the way that people can use crystals nowadays for like healing and all those other purposes and stuff, personally, I would consider that to be modern day magic. I don't know about everybody else, but I would. So I definitely leaned into the crystal vibe of the house and just really went for crystals to be in this because I don't know, I just kind of feel like crystals would definitely go with a spellcaster or a witch or whatever you want to call them. So then just going to grab some towels. And I really love these black and gold ones. I felt like that just went perfectly. And then I really love these windows here, but I did not want anybody to just come by and be able to see in. So I did put the high school years curtain on. Moving on to the kitchen, we actually do have a lot of stuff for the kitchen for Realm of Magic. And then I just kind of felt like this would be a bigger window, so I just went ahead and gave it the rounded pieces at the side. So, and then like I said, I grabbed the cabinets. I was just trying to figure out which color cabinets I wanted as well. I decided to go with these white ones just because there was already a lot of black going on in the kitchen. And I kind of wanted to lighten it up just a bit. And I did want to move the door. I want you to still be able to get in. But also, I kind of needed that little bitty space right there because this wasn't originally where I was planning on putting the kitchen. I just kind of had to put it somewhere. And then I had to go and grab a base game trash can. And then also, I believe the one I put in the kitchen is from high school years. There is actually no trash can with the Realm of Magic pack. I guess that they are just able to magic their trash away. I don't know. I did grab the fridge, and I do end up getting the stove from the Realm of Magic. They're really pretty. I just could not using them in like a regular house. I don't know. I just don't know that that would fit in a regular house that well. But yeah, I put in a base game sink, and then this is where I decided that I wanted all the windows pretty much in the entire house to be up. So I had to go and move all of the windows upwards. So that's what I'm doing right now. Then getting that curtain back on and then just going through the rest of the house and moving them all up one. Just because I felt like that would give a better look and they weren't like right there on the floor either. So, and then this is where I was like, I kind of want to use the fireplace from this pack, so I just decided to delete those windows and then finish moving these other ones up. And I can't remember if I moved the one by the back door up or not. I might go back and move it later. But just grabbing the dish rack and some paper towels and just looking at all the different clutter and stuff, trying to figure out what would be in a spellcaster's kitchen. I did put some tea in a tea set in there just because you can like read tea leaves and stuff, and again, I would consider that people who can read that, and I don't know if they could tell the future or not. I'm not saying that they can or they can't, but people who do that, again, kind of seems like modern day spellcaster type stuff to me. So I did put that in. I put the hanging herbs from Realm of Magic in as well. And then I didn't like the curtains from the pack that we had, so I needed some curtains to go over here. I end up just going with the blinds from My First Pet stuff. So I just look at a few different options here. I just didn't really like. I didn't want them to clip or anything, and I just didn't really like any of the other options. Like I said, with me making these windows, like the curtain that I would usually go to, the cottage living one, it wasn't big enough, and yeah. So I do end up settling on this blind right here. It's not the prettiest thing, but it was able to go to the place I wanted. I put it in black. It was fine. It did what it needed to. So just trying to look and see if there's anything else I can put into this kitchen. Just really anything else. I mean, we don't really have too terribly much for a spellcaster kitchen, but I did want to put these aprons in. I mean, again, I think they're just using magic on their laundry. I don't think that they're actually doing laundry, but maybe they're still worried about it. And I do move the window up. And then just put this curtain from the paranormal pack. And I do move it up. I just use the 9 key to move it up and place it there. And then honestly, only other thing I could figure out was just to put in this rug. I put in the one from Nifty Knitting. And then moving on to the dining room, I really wanted a round table. I played around with a few other options, but I really wanted this round one. This is from Horse Ranch, and then I paired it with the paranormal chairs. And then this is where I started really bringing in the crystals. I made my own centerpiece on the table with the crystals. I was kind of actually hoping to be able to be able to raise up a rug enough to make it sort of almost like a tablecloth. But it just would not work out like that, so yeah, I had to abandon that idea. But I did put in these crystals, and then I'm just going to move them around a little bit and just get them to where I want them and make sure that they look fine. And I did end up having to move this light out of the way. You'll see that in just a moment. Just because I could not really see what I was doing. Yeah, this is where I just am like, okay, the light's just going to have to move so I can see where I'm placing this. And just getting these pink and black crystals where I want them around this large, like, white one. And I brought in this, like, pinkish purple because I know that the stained glass windows in the office have this color. Also, some of the crystals in the fireplace has this color. And then also the cauldron that I end up using has this color. So just going to put the light back now that I've got the crystals where I want them. I thought that centerpiece came out very well. Just going to grab this cat and dog table from for the entryway. And then I put this cell phone on it because they're living at the modern day. They've got a cell phone. I put this like little bowl. I don't know. It was there. And then I put this llama with the cactus. I thought that looked pretty good. And then moving on to the living room. Like I said, I went for the fireplace that came with this pack. I just really like it, especially when I am actually building for a spellcaster. I love the crystals in this fireplace. It's just really pretty. Yeah, you can't really see them, but they're really, really pretty. And then as far as a couch goes, I did go for the couch from this pack. And I grab it in the black and the white. It doesn't look like a very comfortable couch, I have to say. But I was really trying to use what furniture was available from this pack and trying to keep it not necessarily pack limited, but I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit cohesive. So I did put these bookcases on either side of the fireplace. And then just really trying to see what else we have available. I did put this picture over here on this wall. I saved the other two for later. And then just looking at the rug options. So, I don't know. I really just did not think that they really fit very well, but I went with this one. And then I got this coffee table from the pack as well, just moving the two armchairs around a little bit now. And then honestly, I'm just going to stick a plant on the middle of the coffee table. I don't put anything on the mantle. I think about it, and I was thinking maybe a little bookshelf up there or something, but I honestly just did not. I mean, we already had two bookshelves. We didn't need more. I did put this hanging paranormal plant in. Had to put on move objects, but I did put that over there. And then honestly, it was just about figuring out what else I needed. So I just put this rug in at the front entryway. I didn't really feel like I needed one at the back entryway, at least not inside the house. I did put this rug in the hallway just sort of to have something. Like, I feel like they would have a rug there, just sort of leading into the other three rooms. Just trying to make sure I had everything that I wanted in the main space first. Moving this window over just to be a little bit more centered on the wall. And honestly, I was trying to use these curtains somewhere, but they just are so big on the small height walls that I don't know, I just could not do it. So just looking through the curtains, trying to figure out what I wanted. And I think I end up going with the season curtains. Yeah, the seasons curtains in the white. Honestly, they were just the best option. I tried a lot of stuff, and I think I cut out most of that footage. But yeah, I thought about using the bed from the pack, but it was just so big. However, I do think I got a bed that feels very, I know I keep saying modern day witch or spellcaster, but I think it fits with the theme of everything, so I feel like it worked out just fine. I got this bed from high school years. Again, it went with the color scheme at this point that I had, the black, white, and purple. And then just going to grab some nightstands from Dream Home Decorator. I just went for these in black. And then just going to go and grab some clutter. I did put a tissue box and then some magazines just over on this one. And then I really wanted like a little light on the other side. And I ended up finding such a cute like lamp. It's from Werewolves. It's like just a little flower, but it's so cute. And I did end up putting that in there. And then just going and looking for a rug. Honestly, I know that we had a lot of the ones from the actual pack, the Realm Magic pack, but I really like this one from Vintage Glamour. And it just looked so good here. Plus, I also used the dresser from that just because it had the right color scheme as well. And in here, I did put a little bookshelf on there. I figured maybe they keep their favorite books in their bedroom. I did put a basket of like lotions and stuff. And then I really wanted like a wall mirror. So I did go and grab that. I don't actually keep this one. I end up finding the stand-up mirror from the pack. And that's actually what I decided to go with. I did put out these flowers on the dresser from Dine Out. Just going to play around with it, with where I want them. Trying to figure out where is the best place to have them. And I decided just to put them just to the side of the basket of lotions. And I went back to the mirrors because I wanted to see if there was something a little bit better there, and that's when I found the Realm of Magic mirror, and I really like that how that one looks there. And then going back to the pack, I put this painting from the pack up here. I wanted to save the other two for the office. So I did go back to the regular paintings with no filters. And I ended up grabbing the one that is the secure the trees, this one right here. That is from, I believe, Dream Home Decorator. I just thought that it fit perfectly. And now I'm going back and I'm going and grabbing the cauldron. And this is the one that I use. It has like the pink and purple on it. And then just trying to grab a desk because I know that we had one with the pack. And I really wanted this to be more of not so much just potions, but also to be able to like research stuff. So I did use a chair from the pack as well in here. And then I really wanted to use like these potion cases. So I put those over here on this wall, and then there's another one that has like some books and things. It's called an apothecary shelf. So I put it right beside it. And then this is where I decided to use the other two paintings. So I just put those right here on the wall. And I really wanted to put up a broom and to put up and to have a wand in here. So I put the cheats bb.show hidden objects, bb.show live edit objects, so I could access the rest of the stuff in the pack. And I had forgotten about the familiars, and I was just going through and trying to figure out which ones I wanted. So I did pull out the owl one and then I don't remember what the black one is, but I pulled out those two to have out. And then just going to look at the debug because I wanted, like I said, I wanted a wand and I wanted a broom. And I was just looking through trying to figure out which wand I wanted to put in like the little case that they have and which broom. So I did find a wand that I wanted. I was trying to change the color of the case, it just wasn't happening. And then I found these this crystal broom, which fit perfectly with the room. So I'm going to put the two familiars on the desk, and I am going to add a laptop to that as well. And then I just needed like a little table over here in the corner just to have the wand on, just when it's not being used. So just going to go and grab the Strangerville laptop. And then just needing some curtains. I decided just to grab some that was already in use. So I just used these from the high school years pack. And then all that was really left that was needed was just a rug in here. So I went through and I did end up grabbing. I thought about this one from high school years just because it looks like stone. But I decided to grab this one from the pack and just make it smaller and have it underneath there. And then honestly, it was just about looking to see if there was anything else that needed a final touch. I had to move this because it was kind of clipping inside a little bit. And then I was just kind of trying to figure out what else I wanted and what sort of landscaping I wanted. And honestly, I love these crystals. So I actually decided to make these sort of all around the house. I thought that they just looked absolutely beautiful. So I did use all three colors all around the house. It's a lot. I'll admit that. It's a lot. But I really love how it came out. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's just grabbing these crystals and sizing them down, moving them around, just trying to make sure they're not clipping inside or anything. And yeah, so I just decided to go ahead and line at least this side of the house at this point. I wasn't really thinking crystals along the entire house, but I do end up doing crystals along the entire house. And then they have these like little wisps things that actually light up and they just make it look so cool. So I did end up putting a lot of those around the house as well. I don't know if I cut out some of this footage or not of me putting this stuff around the house. It took a little while. I'll admit it took a little while. It was probably unnecessary, but I really love how it ended up. I love how it looks. I just thought that it was so pretty and it was so much fun to like do this different type of style that I would normally wouldn't. I just wish that these crystals had a few other colors, like maybe a white and a black, maybe a green or a yellow. Just some of the other colors would have been really pretty. Like, I wouldn't have used all of those colors in this house, but I would have preferred to maybe have like the white and black and the purple looking one instead of the orange and the blue with the purple. But I went with what I could. So, and then I did put, like I said, I had to move the trash can and everything. I put them all around. I put the wisp. I was having a lot of fun with this, like putting these wisps. I also put the fireflies out. Yeah, so I did cut out some of the footage of me putting all the wisps, but you can see the majority of them here. And then I kind of wanted to leave like this front area inside in front of the greenhouse for dueling because your spellcasters can duel. I used this like stone rug from Journey to Batuu, the Star Wars pack that everybody seems to hate, but it looked so good here. And I did on the back porch put a grill, and then we actually have a bar that came with this pack. So I do put the bar that comes with the Realm of Magic pack. And then I go and I grab a couple of bar stools, and they're just from Tiny Living. So yeah. And then really, like I said, I really wanted the fireflies just to add another level of what it would look like at night. So I'm just putting those like everywhere almost. Just a lot of them around the place. I just really wanted it to be lit up. And it looks, I have to admit, it looks so cool at night. And then we actually, the only plants that we have from Realm of Magic are actually debug plants. So I had to go and grab some of the debug trees because I kind of wanted it to fit in a little bit. I put this tree here, just a couple in the back and everything. Just looking at a couple of the other ones, I actually just decided not to. I was kind of trying to look at these, but they're actually like floating and then they look like they're underground at first, so you have to like lift them up. And I was thinking about putting more crystals behind the greenhouse, but I did decide that that would be too much. So, and I promise I don't forget about the mailbox. I actually do put the mailbox out. I just, up until this point, had forgotten about it. But then also, in Get to Work, they have like these flowers that sort of look like they're floating. So I wanted those there just for a bit more interest, I guess, because I really wanted this to feel magical. So I put those flowers everywhere. I have them all along the crystals. I raised some of them up to look like they're floating. They're just everywhere. And this is sort of what it looks like at night because these crystals light up. And then with the wisp and the fireflies, I know you can't see the fireflies in build mode, but they are absolutely gorgeous. So this will be available for download on my gallery. My ID is Thundera Shadow, and this was a really fun build to make. Usually, like I said, I've never really played that much with spellcasters, but this was a lot of fun. So then I actually remembered I had not done the roofing for the main house. I did go and do that with just some simple shingles, not tile. And then I did put on some black roof trim on everything, the house and the greenhouse. And then this is where I'm getting the mailbox. I just grabbed the one from Seasons because I thought that it looked the best with what I had going. And then I wanted a pathway from the front of the house to the edge of the lot, not to the street, but I just didn't really like. Well, I guess it is to the street. I didn't realize that the cobblestone actually came up to the edge of the lot. I just didn't really like how it looked. So I did go through and do a couple of different types of stone and everything, and then I actually ended up doing the stone from the pack. I don't know why it's not actually under the stones, but it looks really good. And then I went back to debug and I lined it with crystals as well. I just really liked the crystals, and I mean, when else am I going to get to use crystals like this? This was just a lot of fun. So I do line the path on both sides with it. And with these crystals, they're just so pretty. And I had like a lot of fun doing this part. Just like I said, alternating the colors, alternating the different types and everything. And I did this on both sides of the pathway. I don't know if, since this is debug, I don't know if your sim can walk through them. If not, you're gonna have to go either out back or around the pathway to check the mail, but I think that's okay. I personally think that that's okay just because it looks so pretty. Just so pretty. And then just moving the mailbox out a little bit just to make sure it was not blocked by the crystals. And then just going to go and do terrain paint. I'm going to show you a little bit. I'm not going to show you all. We all know what terrain paint looks like. We all know how it ends up looking. I just put it under everything. Just put it along everywhere and under everything as much as possible and all of that. And that's pretty much it for the build. As I said, I built this in Glenbrook on the Brooksboro lot. It's over 50,000 simoleons. I don't know what the actual price is anymore. I said it at the beginning of the video. You can download this. It will be available for download on my gallery. My ID is Thundera Shadow. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have enjoyed. Let me know. What do you think about my witch's house? What do you think about crystals and that being sort of like modern day magic? Because some of what those people do and say, honestly, I could see it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my other videos. I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.